Actually, there's one mount I have that I haven't used in a while. War. Let's use this one. I got it for PvP points ages ago. Back, I think I was leveling at the time. Apparently, it now costs 2,000 PvP points. Oh, she just left the group after running all the way here. I just need to adjust my position. Okay. It'd be a pain in the fucking arse if one of the big guys got aggroed. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go get the compass, then go get the mixture. Just in case anything bad happens, that way, playing it safe. As I think here's pretty much cleared out. Ah, here it is. Open the compass, disorientating nearby enemies. They seem just to be following me. Okay, the fact that they jumped implies that they're actually there. I was starting to wonder, have they gone AFK and are just following me around? It just like, it was just started me wondering, how long had they been AFK for? Fuck. Damn it! I was hoping to grab it before anything happened. Huh. Alright. Alright, let's go back and try again. Fuck! Damn it, you left. Divine Shield. Garrison. Wait, why am I doing it this way? I could have just left the instance group. I don't know why I did it such, the roundabout way. But, meh. Also, where was I last? Fuck. I forgot all about the Burning Blade cache. Maybe I'll just start my next session there. Maybe less distracted if I'm not recording. Because it seems like I'd be like, ooh, shiny! And when it's like, ooh, jump up waterfall-y. Alright. You know what? Let's empty my quest log. Dun dun dun. It's nice to see the end, like, pretty much full. Where's my knife? You found it, it's safe. I was so worried. Take this, take it. Oh yes, let's start reading them first. Now this is a savage land worthy of my level of heroism. Oh hello, I did not see you standing there, staring at me. Perhaps you have noticed that every piece of my armor is an ancient relic, forgotten by time. As you have properly surmised, an adventurer of my stature does not have time to complete the menial quests I am given daily. I must remain here, young and loyal to the trade district, so that others may witness my heroicness and be inspired. I require a nightmare bow. Do find one. For the birds. Hi, have you ever held a peach hatchling? Without warning, Mayloon, she's from the Farlands daily quest hub, grabs both of your hands and stuffs a tiny chirping bird in them. Isn't it so small, light, and downy? Like, like you're holding a beaky, peepy little cloud. It's so adorable you can't help but hug it and cuddle it and stuff regurgitated food in its teeny tiny mouth. Palnai, the plant folk in Everbloom, are turning pea chicks into monsters before they can grow into beautiful swans or whatever they grow into. Please help them, and you get a pet. The cure for death. Greetings. My thanks for the warmth of this inn and your hospitality. As you can see, this malady of death continues to plague me. My studies on Azeroth and in Northrend ran dry, met with little luck, and all my leads ran dry. Now I have come to Draenor in the hope of finding anything to go on. My first pilgrimage will be Elshadun. Finally, a house where the souls are put to ease. If you should head there yourself, do let me know if you haven't found anything of interest. And I get a bag of supplies. Oh yes, it's a member of the Argent Crusade / Dawn. Greetings, Commander. I've come on a mission directly from the captain. A Booty Bay captain? Aboard any vessel in Azeroth that's manned by at least one orc, you'll hear sea shanties sung about a device capable of navigating the broad, rough ocean of Draenor. The orcs use it to keep their heading through the choppiest of storms. Perhaps it's just his old sea tale, but this one chance to find that kind of prize as the captain willing to part with some fine treasure. Don't look at me. Who do you think you are? You and I are on the same side. You know, the necromancers here. We have to kill them. All of them. Don't you agree? Of course you do. And you can help me accomplish this goal. Find the soul severed blade in that hovel where the necromancers have holed up like rats. It has special properties. They'll aid us against the undead. And I get a Lillian's warning sign. Lillian Voss. You've seen her in the undead quest thing, and if you run through Sholomans. I, Gammon, have come through the dark portal to cleave many orc skulls, yet my weapon has not kept pace with my rage, and is nicked and dull. Find me a new weapon, one that is good for removing hell-scream limbs. His braid. Clutch the braid tightly, and Gammon will be with you. Gammon will save us! He ran off with it. Oh, what am I to do now? What am I to do? My son and my knife, they ran off to Blackrock Spire. Well, the knife didn't run, I suppose. That doesn't matter. You've got to get back. Yes, my knife. You've got to get back my knife. Go, now. Stop talking. What ho, Squire Palnai. Forgive my lips as they bear the gravest news. Dragons have taken up stinking residence within the hold holes of Blackrock Spire. These great worms hold a distressed damsel in their scaly graspers. Her name is Zayla, they say. Such a beautiful name. As my squire, it is your light-given duty to venture yourself into this spire and procure evidence of these dragons. At least I waste my heroism on a dragonless quest. Though the Lich King has been defeated, we're no closer to unlocking the secrets of the Frozen Throne than we were when jousting pointlessly at the Argent tournament. Bolivar remains resigned to his fate. He's the new Lich King. Instead, people really liked him. He was a former person in the upper echelons of the human government, and as such in the Alliance. He was struck down by a rogue faction of the Forsaken, and then burned by the Alex Strauss's fire. He remained alive. Blizzard wrote him like, oh, he survived because of reasons. They provided some, I just can't remember what. So he just charred flesh and just, I can't remember the details. Go to Dalron if you want to see the FMV. You click on the fountain. There's a clickable on it. It's like the plaque. You can see him there. He's like really messed up. He becomes the Lich King, so the leader of the Argent Crusade doesn't have to. Perhaps there's something here, though, that can aid us. Ner'zhul was not always the Lich King, you know. Once he was a mere orc, dabbling in dark powers beyond his comprehension. Find whatever you can of his early studies, and we may have our answers. Ner'zhul. I thought it was Gul'dan. Okay, apparently I made a mistake. Let's make sure before I admit to making a mistake. Yeah, apparently it was near Azul. I thought it was Golden. So the Huntresses. I do not wish to come out of the shadows, but I mean you no harm. My purpose here is my own secret to keep. I simply needed a warm place to bed down for the night. I can see that you are not the type to be easily swayed into leaving. Very well. Perhaps you can aid in my search. I'm looking for someone. It is not important who. All you need to know is that I will reward you for any sign of high elven weaponry that you should come across. I'm not going to read the accent. Hey, Mom. The Cenarian Circle sent Zenkiki out here to check out the primals. I would have been here sooner, but I had a bit of trouble getting my flight form to work. Um, kind of a reference to the fact we can't fly. The plants in this place, I can hear them talk. They're yelling all the time, angry and violent yelling. Would you bring Zenkiki back a leaf from the Everbloom place that they're talking about? Maybe I can figure out what they want. I can get this. It restores 16% health and mana every 1 second for 6 seconds, and any damage taken will remove the bloom. Any tear in this leaf is instantly repaired. There's her. She starts a rogue academy in Shatrat. It never actually opens, and if you meet her in Shatrat at the inn in the lower town, there's like the upper ring and the lower ring, the slum. Talk to her there, and she goes complains about maces. I know maces. There are far too many bright-eyed young rogues being sent off through this portal and off to war. If I'm going to start up my academy again, some of them have got to survive this little excursion. While I'm here, I figured I might as well use the opportunity to gather some supplies for my grand opening. You can't start a business without buying daggers, after all. Grab me a crate of weaponry from the Grimrail Depot. There should be plenty lying around. I'll have something nice for you. Alright? For the children. Wait, don't attack me. I've changed. Really, I've turned over a new leaf. Originally, when you find Millhouse Mana Storm, you find him in these dungeons surrounding the Tempest Keep. In the Alcatraz one, it's not called Alcatraz. I can't remember its name. Let's find out. It's Alcatraz. It's a variation of it. Yeah, he's here in the final boss. Dinar believed the persuasive voice of harboring Skyris was silenced when they contained him and forced him into a long dreamless sleep. The unfortunate warden of Arcturaz learned Dinar were wrong. Skyris had just enough energy to speak to the warden in a still small voice. Time to care the rest. It shares the same model as an enemy from Encourage. Also, there's 2 bosses, Delilah the Doomslayer and Rat Squire Socrates? I don't know. I'm saying it wrong. I know it's not Socrates, but it just seems Socrates. I don't know. It's gibberish. They hate each other, so they'll be insulting each other and cheering you on when you are killing the other. But anyway, he's in there imprisoned. Why? Don't know. It just says he's just released. That's it. It doesn't explain why he was there. Presumably, Denaro felt he needed to be imprisoned. And they are beings of light, so, probably not wrong. Really, I've turned over a new leaf. I promise I haven't said doom in months. All I care now about is saving the poor little orphans of Azeroth, whose parents have been taken by this tragic war. That's why I'm here. Why, with just a single miniature iron star, I can provide clean water and power for all of the orphans of Azeroth, and no one can stop me. So what do you think, sweet cheeks? Want to help old Millhouse save the orphans? I want to put a bit of emotion into the reading. Not sure how well I'm doing, but I like to put a bit of emotion. I also put I read people who are estranged from reality. Basically, like they're so consumed by hate. It's like they are in an alternate version of our reality. So I like putting emotion to that because it just helps get across the fact how estranged they are. Because it's one thing to read it in monotoned, and one thing to actually sound like it's you saying it and this is what you believe. I'm not sure how well I can do that, but there you go. Hey, you, I wanted to thank you for what you did for me. The feel of the cannon in my hands is all the therapy I'll ever need. But now, Keishan stares off into the distance and grimaces. I'm all out of bullets. Guess I'll just sit here and wait to die. The head of just one ogre won't be enough to stop the fruit vendor. No, the fruit vendor is wise. They will not put all the fruit into one basket. Bring me the head of another ogre. Ha! Then what the fruit vendor will do, cry onto their bananas as they rot, and fall onto the ground. Despair, fruit vendor. So delicious. I have returned, and you must have known that a world so rich in history could not keep me away for long. Lord Walker chuckles, holding his enormous belly. I have perhaps been taking part in too many celebratory feasts. Not that the veil has been cleansed. There's so much to celebrate in Pandaria. Should you find any evidence of titanic influence on native species, I will be here, heartily enjoying the roast cleft hoof. Oh, Winky still hasn't come back. Now I'm getting worried. Do me a favor and get another one of those flame flies from Upper Blackrock Spire. If we get enough of them, Winky's sure to see the glimmer and come heading on back. Then we'll have them right where we want them. 1 second, folks. Hey, folks. I'm not sure if I read that one great, but whatever. If you don't mind, I'm trying very hard to prevent all over words from collapsing into the void again. Oh, right, you helped me last time, didn't you? Oh, you got great timing. I'm in need of another gate key. Well, go on. The infinite horrors of the abyss are just going to wait until you've had a nap. Getting that many tentacles makes them having that many tentacles makes them really antsy. Okay, let's start turning them in. Cause fuck it. Leave me alone. Ah, that's the stuff. I'm gonna run out of ammo, but at least I've got something to live for a while. Did you find me any weapons? Yes, these will do nicely. My tanks, and here's your reward. Try not to die. I may need you again. Did you find anything? This is. It can't be. Must be off. Here's your reward. I do not part with it lightly. Have you rescued a pea chick? We're all they have. And those awful plant creatures are doing horrible things to them. My loon's voice suddenly drops 2 octaves, sends a chill up your spine. Terrible things. My loon's face gently lifts the face. No, my loon gently lifts the tiny bird. Lifts the tiny bird to her face, nuzzling it. It crawls onto her shoulder and disappears into her nest of green hair. A moment later, a beautiful fan of bright-colored tail feathers emerges from the top of her head. Mayloon's blue eyes grow moist with tears and her mouth goes slack with adoration. You made the dryad very happy. What do you want? I see you've completed the menial task admirably, as if you were intended to experience such a thing. Ah, fate, what do you have in store for me next? Seems everyone else who can't fit in the inn just waits over in the ether. Did you find the Iron Star? You know, you're quite handy and awfully powerful. Why don't I follow you for a while? Look out, Draenor. Doom is coming.